Ladies and gents, hello, and welcome to an 8-player game. We have 8 kings. The kings explodes, and we have kind of a unique lineup here. So obviously, for community games, we have people from the community, right? But for the first time, we ran a community cup. Actually, that was the second time. But anyways, the first time was the hidden community cup. Second time was the T90 community cup, and we're going to run many more. And so in the most recent one, we had different ELO brackets, as we always do. And we had people ranging from, the lowest you can think of to all the way up to 2,300 in the community tournament, including myself. So as a little reward for the people who played in that tournament, the winners of each group got into a game. And that's exactly what we have here. So we're going to start it all off here with Palmat. Palmat was in the 700 ELO group, and Palmat's playing as the Portuguese. In the teal, and I don't have all of their ELO groups memorized, I apologize in advance, we have Chill Out Squad. Yes. All right? In the green, we have Berry Taste Tester. So very fitting map here for this individual because there's lots of berries. But also, that's my last name. So that's kind of weird for me to say and think about. So we're going to move on from that. In the gray, we have the highest ranked player in the game who won the 1700 ELO bracket, playing as the Japanese. In the purple, we have Oriko playing as the Goths. In the yellow, we have Gold Roger playing as the Tatars. And in the orange, we have Mighty Space Fruit playing as the Huns. And wait, so we got Space Fruit and we have a Berry Taste Tester in the same game. Interesting. Okay. And then in the red, we have Orange Mamba, who's playing as the Gurjaras. Now, the way the map works is most of the gold, and there's actually not a ton of it. Well, actually, I lied. There is a ton of it on the map. Most of the gold is through the trees. So you need to cut through those trees to access the gold. Beyond that, if you want stone, you have to go to the outside where there's just one tile of stone in each spot. That actually amounts to a pretty decent amount of stone, but it's a lot of work for it. And then there's wood out there, and then we could also see people trade, which is important in community games. So, yeah, I want to say thank you to these players before whatever happens here. Thank you to these players for playing in the community tournament. It's really cool to see so many people sign up. We had over 200 people play, and obviously, I wasn't able to cover every single game. I didn't even get to cover as much as I wanted. But just seeing people active in the games and giving an opportunity for people to play tournament maps and not just focus on ranked was really fun. So, they've all allied each other except for Gold Roger. So Gold Roger has made the number one mistake that you can make in a diplomacy game by not allying anybody. But they do all know each other from the Discord, so maybe they have lots of respect for each other, and they won't see each other as because there's some level of togetherness about how they've been rigged in here. They probably are going to give yellow the benefit of the doubt. But we're just kind of getting warmed up as we go. And Ariko says, guys, I think we should do something to honor the memory of the champions of TCC who couldn't join. Yes, there were other groups. To honor Sir Megafish, winner of the night bracket, we shall all build a mega fish trap in the middle. I'll have more coming later. Okay. Okay, to honor the other winners, should we do a shout out? Apparently the other winners were Wait What? Quiet Professional, Megafish, and then this is my personal favorite. T90 Official. Yeah. That guy's my favorite. That guy's my favorite. I just heard a villager die. I don't know where the villager died. Did you guys see it? Am I blind? Sounds like someone got woo-woo-wooed. Oh, maybe there was a jag. Oh, right here. Okay, maybe there was a jag that went down and killed a villager there. Okay. So far, there has been some general chat. Yes, we made it because of this reason. We're here from the Community Cup, blah, 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 blah. But there hasn't been anyone reaching out to the other saying, hey, let's be friends, right? We do have some people realizing who's not friends, though, because Green just said, hey, don't forget to ally. And Ariko also says to Roger, don't forget to ally. And Roger, maybe being called out there, immediately allies yellow, but nobody else. Which, again, maybe this player just doesn't watch a lot of community games. This is the #1 rule of community games. Just ally everybody first. You just have to. I would just say skip the neutral option as well. You put someone on neutral and everyone else is allied, they're still going to see you as an enemy. A pal Matt and chill out squad. They're discussing with each other now about being friends. And so the alliances are starting to form here. Slowly but surely. And players also chopping through to the golds, which is pretty important. I don't think this map was made for 4v4s, by the way. I think Arbase might have made this version. So I'm noticing in a normal Lenganati game, players will usually walk out here to chop wood just because you're closer to it. But obviously it's a bigger map now, and it just makes a lot more sense to chop through the wood and get to the golds. Okay, our base didn't have to do too much work for it. Nice. Berry Taste Tester says, thank you so far for the berries spared. Big berry person here, huh? Orange Mamba says, orange, blue, yellow, and team, and trade north to east. Well, yes. That could make sense. Incorporating blue would make sense as well. Blue might want to share that corner. And now, Gold Roger says, let's sign a pact in gold. Yeah. And sends gold to green as a sign of friendship. Okay, Roger that, Gold Roger. Now that's pretty cool. And I guess yellow's going to be allied with 2 people. Yellow's going to be allied with purple, who is a neighbor. And then yellow's going to be allied with green, which is not a neighbor. So I don't really fully understand yellow's decisions here. Especially considering the space fruit is top score. It could be a problem to have space fruit as an enemy here. Fallen Wizard says, in honor of T90 Official, we should rewatch his interview. The interview was top quality stuff. It was really tough for me to interview the T90 Official guy because he's like so knowledgeable and so good that I didn't want to seem inferior to T90 Official when I interviewed him. But yeah, maybe we should put that on YouTube at some point. I'm really glad you liked it. I did enjoy playing in the tournament too. And in all fairness, in the final, it was pretty close. For those that missed it, it was a best of 5, and I won 3-2. So we had multiple players at 2K, and I think when I streamed it, was trying to use it as some content. I was super sloppy. It made it an interesting series. So I had a good time. Fish trap is in the middle for Ariko. That's interesting. And just a couple Jags attacking the villagers that are around. But yeah, the fishing's just going to help their economies for now. And they're going to build TCs. And we still got plenty of time here. Now, Raven is apparently 1700 elo. And so he's saying, I can win water and we fish boom together. So he's saying that they're having an alliance based around the fish booming. That's kind of interesting. Could see the water being important somewhat, but still feels like the rest of the map is really where you want to have your focus. The Lego says T92 things. First thing is, I watched you like half a year maybe, or a little more. And then he says, IDEE your gym progress. You are looking pumped. Oh, thank you. You've seen the improvement. Well, thank you. Says 2, what is behind the colorful curtain? There's nothing behind the curtain in my room. It's not a curtain. It's a blanket on a wall. There's just a wall. It's got Age of Empires civilization icons on it, and basically to prevent echo and whatnot, you need to have some things around on the walls, and I didn't feel like buying soundproofing stuff for that. Or not soundproofing, but like, the things required for that entire wall, so I just hung up a blanket there. Yeah, we'll call it tapestry. That sounds better. I see your berries are gone. My villager has traveled the map and collected berries from all, so I know their locations. Is green actually walking around and getting berries at people's bases? I don't know if that's actually happened. But if green did actually do that, I appreciate the commitment at least. Gray declares war on orange for a reason that does not make any sense to me. So far, there's been very little diplomacy to get excited about. We've got yellow, who is friends with some people, but not others, and is now moving forward with the king and an army? I don't know about this yellow. Does yellow have a grudge here? Is yellow gonna... Oh, is yellow gonna ask for gold? Chill out, squad says, green, we gonna be friends? Green says, of course. Guys, this looks like a suicide mission to me. Kings will explode. And Arico being called out here by orange, I guess because of Arico's elo. Yellow, what are you doing here? I think it'd be funny, like, if yellow showed up to your base, you can't turn on him, because then he'll boom you. I thought yellow was going to walk around and demand some gold here. But I guess the king is just being, you know, being a bit adventurous, getting some good cardio in. Going for a walk to see what the eco looks like. And say hi to his people. Which we have to appreciate. The market's going up in the corner here for orange and red. At least it was going to be the case for red, but red got attacked by a jag. Would be kind of funny if the same thing happened to red if red went over to this corner. I think there's another villager on the way. And orange says, I will prepare some army just because gray is attacking. Not attacking any of you. Yes. Well, the thing is, I guess gray just cleared things up on water.
Yes.
So that was gray's attack. Beyond that, there's not a whole lot else. So, okay, I think we know the teams now.
Yes.
We've got Raven. And Raven's teamed up with Berry Taste Tester. And and he's also teamed up with Purple. So we've kind of got those three, potentially four. I think Chill Out Squad could be a part of that. And then obviously you've got Orange, who's been the most talkative in the game, really. Well, after green, anyways. And wants yellow on the squad, red on the squad, and blue on the squad. So it's kind of shaping up to be a 4v4, potentially. And Palmat appreciating the love from Purple. And Purple's been interesting because Arico, who's actually played in more community games, I think, than any other player here, and it's showing. Purple has gone to individual people and said, hey, I'm going to work with you. You are going to be my pal. So, Arico's now doing the same here with Yellow. And saying, Yellow, let's have some type of a pact. Already went over to Palmat and said, I'll protect you whatever the cost. Now, remember, Palmat is the lowest ranked player in the game. So, Purple doesn't have to have mercy on that individual. Palmat's pretty far away. But Purple feels the need to protect the weakest player in the group here. Yellow says, if you help me take out red, we can take out gray together. Yellow, this just makes no sense. That makes no sense. You want to go through orange, who you're not allied with, from what I can see anyways, to attack red, and then you're going to attack, like, gray. I guess, like, from yellow's perspective, yellow's thinking purple and I are against everyone. Purple's my boy. But I don't think you can just go 2v6, which is what that would potentially do. And Arico says, right now, I'd like him to suspect I'm not a traitor. So I'll try to fake teaming up. Yeah, I'm curious to see if Purple is even going to fake teaming up. Because that's a lot of information you just got there. You clearly got information that Yellow wants to attack people. Gray asking everyone but Orange if they need anything, need any type of support here. But this has been a little untypical for community games. So the people from the Community Cup breaking the meta. We've got multiple players who have enemies right now. And Purple says, careful, man. You look very aggressive with those fires. Yellow is on you already and is kind of just giving a warning of people are talking about you right now. Orange says, Roger, I will put castle in south corner to protect trade. This is not to aggro you. Who's Roger? Is there a Roger in the game? Or is he saying Roger as in, like, he understands? I'm not sure we can trust Roger. Oh, Gold Roger. Gold Roger. Gold Roger. Okay. Okay, duh. Sorry. I just thought of yellow as gold at this point. Not Roger. He says he has not responded, but may be overwhelmed. Just be cautious. Well, I mean, this is a good call from Orange, right? Because you're going to try and trade in this corner. And Orange is now letting yellow know, like, I'm not trying to attack you with a castle in the corner. I still just do not fully understand, chat. Stop calling me blind. I really don't fully understand yellow's decisions to have an enemy this early, right? And now have, like, an army wandering around. I'm guessing it's just inexperience, though. I just think that yellow has not really thought of the ramifications of these actions. And just maybe, like, sometimes people will think, well, if I'm talking to someone as if they're my team, I set my alliance as such. That has obviously happened with purple. And then why should I be allied to people I'm not going to work with? And purple says, I'm scared of gray, guys. He's very aggressive on castles and navy. Wow, so Arico has been the real story of this game. Went to blue and said, hey, I'll fight for you till the end. Went to yellow and said, what's your plan? Now is next to gray. We'll also understand that gray is the highest elo player in the game. It's kind of warning everybody about gray right now. Saying that gray could be a real problem. Lego says, T90, can you pause the game? I need to buy beer. I'm not pausing the game so you can go buy beer. The game, you could watch, you could pause. Well, not really if it's a live stream, but if everyone needs to buy beer at the same time, we can agree to a pause. Smile in chat if you need a buy beer break. And if everyone smiles, if there's not one single frown, then we'll pause it just for the beer break. It's a lot of smiles. We did have a frown. Okay, well, for that individual, we fight on. Sorry to everyone who needs the beer break. How disrespectful, though. Most of my audience needs a beer break, apparently. Man, it is a Friday. Gold Roger sends more gold over to Arico here. The Orange Mamba talking to Blue and talking to Orange about an alliance. They don't want to incorporate Teal because Teal's not in their trade route. And they can't incorporate Yellow because Yellow is Yellow. Because Yellow's got the whole northern side as enemy, so I do think that this strengthens Gray and Purple's position in some ways. Just because, you know, they are potentially a team of 4. Potentially. So. Klein says, I'm German, always, smiley face. Teal says to everyone but Yellow, so Yellow is not diploing. And, you know, this has been very clear to me. Not so clear to the players, obviously. They're working things out. Guys, you guys might be focusing on your beer right now, but would you trust a player like Yellow if you knew he just wasn't experienced with Diplo, but he still wasn't doing it? Right? Because there's a difference, right? To not do it because you don't want to is different than just not having the experience. But Big Bomber says no trusty. I still wouldn't trust him. You're enemy to half the game. You're not really responding to people. It's just not a player you really think you're going to be able to fight with long term, right? It's still dangerous, yeah. Doesn't matter how strong or weak you are as a player. If you're not allying people or responding to messages in these games, you could be in real trouble. So, across the pond, literally, Orange is a little concerned for Purple. And again, Arico's putting some feelers out there. Purple says, not now. He's had so much army for a while. Purple's like, has to be friends with Gray. But probably doesn't really trust Gray because he thinks maybe it's out of fear that Gray could potentially get a snipe. And we'll switch over to the military tab now. We've got 4 players with over 10 military now. 3 of them that are around 50. And Orange says, what's the situation, Yellow? Are we friends or will we have problems? I think Yellow is planning on being teamed with Purple and only Purple. But Yellow actually saw that one and says, we're friends. Well, Yellow, you are enemy to them. You are, like, there's a way you can prove your friendship. And yeah, let's go, Yellow. Better late than never, I always said. All right. There we go. Finally, no longer frenemies. They're actually allies. We're seeing Yellow learn in real time. Green says, does anyone need any food? And is still talking about berry bushes. Berry taste tester. What a name. Yeah, what a weird name. Just considering, you know, the fact my last name is Barry. Not like, there were a lot of jokes made at my expense with that last name growing up. Wasn't expecting that there would still be weird instances with my name at the age of 31. So, Green's going to go over to Gray right now and says, Gray, you are clearly strong. The Huns are the bleep bleep, I reckon. The best civ. Not sure how they got bleeped. How can I help? Okay, so Gray may ask for support in fighting Orange at some point. Green is foreseeing that. Maybe just based on the scores. It's pretty smart to support Gray for now. Raven says he's going Cav Archers most likely. Your ARB should be good. Now, if they were allied, you could see it. The only vision you're going to get in Orange's base right now if you're Gray is the trait of your allies. But yeah, you can see the archer ranges. Just can't see the big, massive Cav Archers right now. And Yellow's going to say, hey, I have a proposition. Says this to Orange. Green, 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 green. You ejected your king from your castle. You have sent it forward. I think Green is just trying to send support with army. But Gray could snipe that king. Now, Gray shouldn't do that because it would then explode soon after and kill his whole base. But Green, please notice you sent your king out into the battle. There's one unit here that does not look like the others, okay? And please tell me Gray and Green are going to notice this. Oh, it all kind of like blends in together, especially if longbows get in front of the king. Oh, man. Gray's still worried about purple. Oh, not still worried about purple, but seems to be worried about purple. That's a big one. Now, Orange asks Yellow what the proposition was. Yellow says, how friendly are you with Red? That's not really a proposition, that's a question. But if you're proposing they be friends with Red, yeah, that would make a lot of sense here. And now, actually, Orange is saying is also worried about Ariko. Ariko's been the best diploer so far. I love the way Barry Taste Tester speaks. As Purple amasses an army to your south. Myself and Gray would like to fight them with you. So this is Green going over to Yellow. They're all going to gang up on Purple. But Green, your king is surrounded by bowmen. Oh, it's going to be so hard to see now. This is why I would always suggest you put your king inside of a tower. Like, Ariko is clearly... I mean, this tower is kind of the worst tower ever for it. But Ariko is clearly the most experienced diplomacy player here compared to some of the others. I should... Maybe Clear is wrong. Berry Taste Tester still talking about the Berry Brigade. Green. Okay, now, surely, Green, you're going to notice this now. Green double-clicked to gather up the units, and so it grouped only the longbowmen here. So, a lot of chat has happened at once here. It's kind of hard for me to follow, but Yellow is trying, has a plan maybe to backstab Purple, and is asking Orange if he wants to hear it. Yes, we all want to hear the plan. Purple sees Green's king and says, what the hell? Your king, dude. And king has been pointed out. Actually, that message was sent to red, but green noticed it, and green is going to run away. Okay. It says, thank you, purple. That's kind of weird. Oh, the signal would have showed. The chat message didn't show, but the signal shows. That's it. Okay. Yeah, the signal will show to everyone, I think. Okay, so green wanders back into the castle, thinking never to make that mistake again. And yeah, Edwin, the king will explode if you delete your own king, so you can kind of use it as a weapon as well. All right, chat question. This is very important. More important than the beer question earlier. On a scale of confused to very confused, where do you sit in terms of the diplomacy in this game? I'm like, now I've had no beer, but this hasn't flowed all that great for me. Because like, purple I think has been like a really valuable ally to a lot of people, but now like people are talking about killing purple. Gray wants to kill, is worried about orange and needs support to kill orange, but wants to kill purple instead. I mean, I think it's good for teal and blue who are kind of chilling over here. They're not a part of this. Yellow's finally speaks and is like asking all these questions to orange, but is being very vague about it. And Eriko says, let's go against the warm colors. And Chill Out Squad says, nobody move, where is my king? And now has lost his king. Okay. I think a lot of it's because they're chatting all at the same time. All the chat at the same time is part of the issue here. Literally, it went from like only 1 or 2 people chatting, and now everyone's ready to chat. And they're not aware that everyone's chatting at the same time, so it's kind of hard for me to follow the flow of this game. What I can show you is the stockpiles right now. And now Yellow's speaking to Green about plans as well. So I like how Yellow's picked it up. Yellow finally starting to get a feel for the diplomacy side of things. And Gray saying to Green and Purple, now this is the alliance that I thought was going to be the case in the first place. Says, do we agree on attacking Orange here? So yeah, that makes sense. I guess like from Gray's position, Gray is really concerned with Purple long term. Because Purple's got a nice setup. But for the love of God, Purple, put your king somewhere other than that tower. Or at least build a castle next to the tower, so.
Yes.
Orange is a threat. Hunt's the best. Everyone knows this. I agree with you, Green. And Yellow, seeing that Gray is moving around, is offering Purple for help. But Purple said before, I don't want to turn on Gray yet. And Purple basically letting him know this is becoming a little bit more obvious to me now. And saying like, he's gonna go attack Orange right now. I'm gonna support him in that, and then eventually they probably will betray each other here. The players need a beer to loosen up. That reminds me of the guy who was just completely plastered in a game, and every single word that he would speak would have a typo. And Orange says to Gray, the only player that has been enemied to him for a while here, looks like you want to fight. And we are going to start the game already. So, you know, Japanese will struggle on their own here against the Huns. Huns are pretty good there. The Cav Archers are just the main issue. And Gray's going to roll into town with some Rams and Trebs. Doesn't have a lot of army support, but now there's going to be support from Purple. Red is now going to come in support of Orange. And Orange's king is in the back, by the way, so Orange's king should be fine. It's actually in a TC. A nice shot from Gray and Purple to kind of combine things here. Now, where things get interesting for me is with Yellow. Which side does Yellow fight on? Yellow is very pro-Purple and actually sent gold to Purple, but also just talked about helping out Orange. If Yellow doesn't support Orange, then it's going to be 3v2. Blue is not going to be helping. Blue is just kind of chilling out on the other side, and is also the lowest ranked player in the game. And Yellow says, now that Orange is gone, I want to take someone else. Orange isn't gone yet, Yellow. Orange is not gone yet. But, you know, maybe the thinking is, once Orange is gone, maybe we should work together. And I like the fact that yellow is finally starting to think about that. Red's here to help. Red's Trivamshas are going to deal with these longbows, and it's not looking great for orange, but orange could hold for a little while now. So orange is like losing his whole base, and he's asking yellow where he stands. I'd be a little annoyed by this. I'd be like, yo, are you going to support me or what? Berry Taste Tester saying, Red, I have no quarrel with you. And, you know, Red, of course, is just here in defense of orange. So they really have no choice. Orange basically asked for help, and Roger says, you don't see me attacking, do you? So he's like, that's your answer. That's pretty savage, honestly. And green's going to send some support. We still have teal. We still have blue chilling. And I'm seeing the king move. And I'm seeing Kameyuk's move. And guys, the king actually looks very similar to a Kameyuk. And I am again concerned for my community tournament players that maybe they're not super accustomed to regicide settings. Oh, man. He's a retired Kameyuk. No way, dude. Please chill out, squad. Don't send your king into battle. Don't send your king into battle. How are you supposed to see that? Orange still defending. Blue here to help out. Nice shot from Palmat. And red's got elephant archers. Yeah, orange is going to be okay. Now, we do have movement from the Goths in towards the trade. That could be a problem. But orange won't die anytime soon. And okay, did he realize? He realized. Whew. It's so funny, man. Like, in Regicide Rumble, we saw the pros making the same mistake. Like, you focus on everything else. You're not used to having a king around. That is your life here. I like the defensive setup here from Chill Out Squad. And Chill Out Squad will probably not make that mistake again. Just like what happened with green. Yeah, it was just a motivational speech, guys. King just talked about how they're going to fight for glory and their families and their families and something about God and, the rest is history. So, yellow is getting attacked by blue right now. I think because blue is expecting yellow to be the enemy. But yellow is not really making any waves. Now, down here, purple comes in. You can't lose your trade corner here, guys. And green is potentially going to be sniped here. I think like Berry Taste Tester doesn't realize his king is being sniped. He says to teal, "You have set me to enemy. Our trade, please change. We are fighting orange." So he's worried about his trade, and Berry Taste Tester could still kill this king. And he stops advancing forward. Maybe he doesn't see it. Teal says, my bad. Teal says this to himself. So it's all right. You guys have looked in the mirror before and talked to yourself, right? And now this king is like wide out in the open. And he feels bad about it. And he's not going to continue to advance. Or maybe he will continue to advance. Just passing. Green says, chill out. Did you mean this? He says, my bad. Green says, I give you a moment. We are friends. And now they're going to make a move on yellow. I think teal thinks people are making a move on yellow. Actually, no one is making a move on yellow. Except blue. But I think yellow is about to be attacked by Chill Out Squad. That was a very nice move there from teal. Anyone else relate to that? It's like you get into a community game, you want to snipe somebody. But then when you actually are in the act of doing it, you just feel a little bad. It's not the first time I've seen someone warned off. Because Berry Taste Tester's kind of a nice guy. Been very talkative. And very fun as well. Green says, please set me to ally. You have destroyed a house. My archers live there. And teal's like, oh, this Berry Taste Tester guy is pretty nice. And now teal is turned on yellow. And now teal is going to turn on red as well. And oh man, red hasn't turned yet. And now red turns. Those Kameyuks are doing work, though. Again, like, yellow is not fighting for orange. Yellow is fighting someone who's like defending orange. And orange has not been in a good spot and will not be in a good spot unless any like real support comes. The trade being lost is devastating. That will affect red as well. And now green's king has been found out in the open for the second or third time this game is going to be sent to another castle. In all fairness here for green, the castle got destroyed, so that wasn't a mistake. Good job to realize that. Orange says, don't think we have much of a chance without a snipe. And I would agree with that, because, like, red and orange were trading together, and their trade has been destroyed. Yellow is not in support of them whatsoever. You know, the problem is, I think if you're Palmat, you might not actually want to save red and save orange the way things are going. They are the top two scorers, so you don't want to turn on them. But if they are going to go down, maybe you don't really back them up. I don't know. Having said that, the army count is crazy for red, and that's a really tough army to kill. So if red can get a reboom going with trade, like they still have some trade running, it could be fine. Red says, my trade is dead. We need to get yellow on our side or kill Chilla. Where is yellow trading, by the way? So yellow's trading down here. So yellow is trading down towards purple. Still trying to trade from this corner. And gray calls Palmat a traitor because blue turns on gray. And the only reason blue has done that is because gray is, like, attacking here. Or was attacking here. Palmat's trying to fight for his boys. Trying to fight for his team. So. Ariko asking Teal who he's with. That's a good question. Does anybody know at this point? Here are the things that I'm certain of. Ariko's playing the long con. Eventually probably feels like he's going to have to... He's currently fighting for gray and fighting, I guess, for yellow. And will eventually look to win the game and maybe take care of gray when the moment's there. But they can't do that yet. Palmat is friends with Chill Out Squad, but is also in support of red and orange here. And, you know, Chill Out Squad not extremely active in the fights for the time being. Just took that one fight against red and that was it. And now green is going to turn on Palmat, which I guess makes sense because green is here, or was here fighting. And then the other thing I'm certain of is yellow's doing Jack Diddley, except for fighting blue. And hold on, no, I think I'm wrong. Now yellow is fighting red. If they can convince yellow to fight for them, that many hand cannons could be really good. Having the gunpowder to back them up against the against purple and the Goths would make sense. Ariko keeps trying to Diplo. Everyone keeps trying to convince yellow what's happening right now. Ariko says, we need you against orange and red. And then orange and red want yellow to do something here. I don't know, like, yellow's going to have to choose a side. I would choose the side of the team that's winning the fight, which seems to actually be red and yellow. But I'd also never want to turn on someone I'm trading with. Now, yellow doesn't really have a whole lot of trade right now. But it does have 13k gold, and the trade is running that direction, so. Oh, crap. Here comes Teal. Here comes Teal, making a move. Now, Palmat, I think, notices this. Red notices this. And red rings the town bell here, and that king's going to be running away. Nice reaction time from red. Nice move from Teal as well, because, like, running all the way over here to help with the fights, that wasn't really working out for him. Going directly to red's base, where red doesn't have an army, is going to work perfectly. Orange is saying, chill out, squad. You're going to be next. Like, if you kill us, they're going to kill you next. Which might be true. But Chill Out Squad is trading with them. So I don't think Chill Out Squad should back away here. Elephant Archers getting pushed back by the Huskarls. Green, now a big fan of what Chill Out Squad is doing. But Chill Out Squad does not kill the king. Did do some damage, of course, but that's a lot of support here from Palmat. Crazy hand cannons for the Portuguese. And again, I am wondering, is yellow ever going to turn on orange here? That's just still the weird thing. How, like, yellow and orange are not enemy to each other here. Yet yellow will fight people who are defending orange. So I guess it is an anti-orange move. An hour in, there's been a decent amount of fighting. No one's gone down. There's been multiple instances where kings have been exposed. But we'll see if a snipe is possible. I think orange is correct, though. I think that orange needs to get a snipe. Someone needs to die on the other side. Otherwise, they are eventually going to go down. Blue's support has been fantastic. Red's reboom has been great. Orange has had a real fighting spirit. And this might be just like a little scouting party from orange to see, you know, if there's anywhere to snipe. Maybe this is Hussars into the trade is the idea. Oh, but we've got a choo-choo. And Chill Out Squad is going to wipe Palmat. You cannot stop siege rams with cameos inside. With hand cannons. And elephant archers. Siege ram is actually a perfect move here from Chill Out Squad. Guys, if blue goes down, that then means that life gets so much worse for orange and red. Against any range unit, if you've got siege ram, don't really have the answer. Now, this is textbook. You pop out of the rams now with your cameos as the Shravamshas come in. They can actually take out the rams, so you need the cameos out of here. But blue's going to lose castles. Blue's going to lose Fatorias potentially. Could potentially lose the TCs. And then, of course, they're losing red's presence on the other side. And now orange is losing ground. Feels like Palmat is kind of stuck with the team that he's chosen here. The team that he's been backing up. And so this pressure could just continue over time. It's either Palmat dead next, or it's orange dead next, because orange doesn't have much of a base anymore. Big push here from purple. Big push here from green. And then yellow is just here. But yellow and orange are still allied. Like, I would be saying to yellow, bro, are you with us? Come on. Like, fight off orange here. What are we doing? He'll only fight blue. And maybe he's acting, maybe it's a fake. He's acting like he's part of the team. But if they're making progress, they don't really have a lot of reasons to call them out, maybe. Palmat still has, you know, his base left, still has Fatorias, still has the ranges to make more hand cannons, and now has the support from red, so. Chill Out Squad kind of telling them, make progress, make a move. And yellow makes a turn on orange. There we go. And, I mean, in orange's position, he tried multiple times to get yellow to be allied with him. But this is just another sign that things are not going to go too well for you. And I think orange realizes the writing is on the wall. It says, now yellow is on me. I might see if I can sacrifice my king and get one of them. Is actually saying this to Chill Out Squad. So he is telling the enemy that he is... Well, I think they're enemies, right? Wait a second. Chill Out Squad is allied with Mighty Space Fruit? What? Okay, well, they're technically allied for whatever reason. But Chill Out Squad is also allied with Orange's enemies. That's another alliance in this game, which was a little confusing. Now, remember, you know, once people start to go down here, people might turn on each other. Yellow could easily... I could see yellow being selfish and going for that. I could see purple going against gray because there was some worry. Here comes gray now. Gray's actually going to make a move for Palmat. Hadn't seen some activity from gray in a while. And that's going to be another castle down for Palmat. And a bunch of buildings and a bunch of houses. King will survive, though. There's still a castle in the back with the king. Players researching treason, looking for the king positions right now. And so we've got a king from red moving, maybe because of the treason sounds. Or maybe red feels like he needs to go for a suicide bomb here. He does still have crazy army. Like, he's producing gold units nonstop. So It doesn't seem like he's struggling for resources that badly yet. 5k gold still. I think he's just going to save the king for now. Orange says, well, yellow, good luck after they go for you. And that could be fair. It's very likely that could happen because yellow wasn't exactly on board with that team the whole time. And here goes orange trying to survive. Red says, how much do I need to pay you to help? I think it's a little too late for that. There's too much blood has been spilled. But it's maybe worth the effort when nothing else has worked. And purple's going to use yellow. They're talking about killing gray and preparing to kill him once orange is dead. Now, little do they know that orange is waddling his way into yellow's base right now. Yellow is enemy to orange. So would attack this king. And I think this could be the end for Roger. He never really supported orange. It could be the end for purple as well, actually. It depends on where the king dies. The hand cannons are missing. The halbs are there for purple. Yellow is running now. Yellow is running. Yellow noticed what's happening. He's on the move. This king needed to be deleted, and the king goes down. It was deleted. This explosion will take out most of what yellow has. But yellow's king... Oh, God. I think yellow's king could still go down. I mean, yellow is like basically out of the game. At least for a very long time if the king doesn't die. He barely survives. And Mighty Space Fruit is basically like, this is what you get because you didn't help me at all. And makes yellow pay a very, very costly price for not having the support. Now, over here, we've got the Rams still making moves. We've got Gray still making moves. I think Palmat will be next. And if Palmat is next, I think Orange Mamba will be next. Yellow says, okay, now. Like, they're going to make a move for gray at some point here. That's the big one here. That's the one that we've kind of been aware could happen. Purple felt early on that yellow was a solid ally. It's really the main ally that yellow was supporting. Remember, yellow sent resources to purple, too. They want to be top 2 together. But yeah, guys, I just don't think Palmat will survive here, and we might have Palmat send his king into someone's base too. Green says, I feel I have not mentioned berries in a while. For some, this game may go sour, but for me, this is a sweet memory. TCC and HCC were incredible. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Green, and I appreciate you staying with the theme of your name. Gray's gonna go snipe blue, and Palmat is out of the game. And Palmat's king will explode. It felt inevitable at this point. You know what I love about Green? Green is just having a good time. Green's just having fun. I love that. You know, like, obviously people want to win, but sometimes the things get muddied a little bit. And it's not clear that people are just having fun, you know. So now, remember, like, green and teal didn't necessarily like each other. Well, let me take that back. Teal betrayed some trust there. And Barry Taste Tester says, don't tell me the odds, but let's stay together until the end. You are low elo. Gray is almost a pro. So, again, green has been a fantastic addition to this game. Because green should have easily turned on Chill Out Squad earlier. But basically it was like, please don't. Let's be friends again. And Chill Out Squad decided to stick with him. All right, yellow makes a turn on gray. It's all going to go down now. And purple turned on gray as well. We got Trebs. We have hand cannons. We have halbs. We have huskarls. This is 2 players against gray. This would be the time for Raven to ask for some type of support, potentially. Could potentially ask for some support from green. Let's remember, red is still alive. Red can actually still trade. Red has kind of been forgotten. Though not by Chill Out Squad, because red is moving in this way. Yellow's king is actually standing... Oh my god! So yellow's king was in purple's castle. Purple's trebs were in his castle. And when he ejected the trebs, he ejected yellow's king. And yellow won't know that. Oh my goodness, man. Green screams, Gondor calls for aid. Green continues to have so much fun. And, I mean, Gray's going to go down soon. There's so much army on him right now. There's 130 army from yellow. And as Green screams death, I think Green's just witnessing this fight here. That's pretty crazy army composition. Onagers and longbows. These two are clearly focused on red and clearly not prepared to help Gray, who is the highest elo player in this game. But I'm not sure how much that matters at this point. Gray is actually on the run, guys. Gray's king is on the move. The whole trade route has been disrupted. All of Gray's trade will go down. Green, interestingly enough, is still trading here. Gray staying alive, but losing so much. Gray had actually never turned on yellow. Yellow's just casually got 100 hand cannons. And Green says... Green laughing at his own jokes, too. I mean, those onager shots were almost as tasty as a delicious berry. Honestly, it's not the comment that does it for me. It's the fact he laughed at his own joke. And nobody else reacted. Nobody else. Oh, God. I see Teal's king is moving again. Oh, and Teal's king is moving because red was making a move, and Barry Taste Tester brought it up. Great awareness from Barry Taste Tester. And now Gray still trying to defend. Needs to snipe these bombard cannons so at least his buildings will stay alive. And will do that. Still, though, the rest of this is going down. And still, Yellow's king is out in the opening. Look at him. He's got a swagger to him. Hands on his hips. He's annoyed. He's like, take me back to my base. He's really upset about that explosion. So, mighty space for you. Did your job. Nice attempt here from red. Pretty crazy. The amount of coordination Green and Teal have had. Remember, Teal tried to kill him before. And now all of a sudden, these guys are best friends. Progress was made. Castles were taken out. But red's whole army goes down. And red will lose the trebs as well. And Teal will still be fine. Green still has trade. And Teal still has trade towards purple. Purple and yellow still trading towards the east. Red actually still trading to, I guess, blue's market in the north. So red still has a trade route and is also trading all the way down to orange still. So everybody still has trade. Pretty sick. Gray's king is on the move. Had to leave the tower. That was really close. There's not going to be many castles remaining for Gray. And Green just realized Gray has been... Green just realized Gray has been attacked this whole time. And says, OMG Gray, I am coming. I have helped. The energy's hilarious. I've helped Teal. Teal, let's go to Gray now. Quick, red is squashed. Okay. Dude, I want Barry Taste Tester to win this game. He's organizing the troops. His diplomacy's been great. And, ooh, now red is asking chill out for a truce, which they might want to consider. And Gray is going to run into Green's base. But, yeah, Green, I think you're going to need Teal's support. Like, you can't just support... you can't be the only one to back up Gray here, because then you're going to die, too. Green goes over to yellow now, says, hey, Gold Roger, what's the story? Am I next? Gray was kind to me. Yellow says no. And Green says, shall I join you? Yo, the mastermind. Yellow says yes. Well, what does that mean? Does that mean that Green is considering killing Gray? Because Gray's king is currently in his base. I don't know if Green knows this. This could be hilarious if he decides to attack Gray. Oh my god, no! He says chill out. How do you feel about betraying Gray? He is weak. Dude, the king is in your base, bro. He doesn't know the king is in his base. It'll kill him, and the explosion will kill his base. He is weak, and two on his other side, or do we stand by him? I am torn like a berry from the branch. Green has saved this game, bro. Torn like a berry from a branch. Green has saved this game. There was a lot of confusion in the early moments. I'm so pumped to see the rest of Green's story here. Now, Green's going to defend Gray. This is without realizing the king from Gray is within his walls. And that's good news for Gray. I mean, maybe Gray can reboom. Gray is higher rank, so, you know, could have faith in the highest ranked player coming back somehow. Now, Purple's like, are we going to attack everybody else? And Purple also pointed out that Yellow's king is in the open. Oh my God. And Gray actually was going to go in to snipe that bad boy there. Wow. But Yellow, I guess Yellow doesn't have an eco anymore. Has a little bit of an eco, but Yellow doesn't have castles after that explosion before, so that's the problem. So I noticed Yellow doesn't want to attack Green, but I think it's another situation where you just kind of sort of have to, because Green is backing up Gray. Man, I feel like Purple might accidentally send that king forward again. And Red says, why is no one talking to me, with a frowny face? And Berry Taste Tester says, sorry, Orange Mamba. Red as the succulent berry. I guess, you know, people have just been distracted here, Red. I just want to see Green find more ways to incorporate berries into the discussion. No one has said this is very good play from Green yet, but I would never make that joke because that's too bad. Green just explaining, I had to stand by my neighbor. Perhaps you can go east. When repaired. Well, I think what Red needs is for Chill Out Squad to respond to him. If Chill Out Squad can work with Orange Mamba, that would be really good for both of them. Mamba says, the past is the past. We could help each other now. I don't know who is fighting. Well, who is fighting is it is Green and Purple against, like, I mean, Gray's out there on occasion, but against Gray's team, which is Green and Teal, but then, like, Green isn't attacking Yellow. So it's another situation where, like, someone's going to get annoyed with Yellow for not backing up the team. Now, Yellow did say, like, don't attack Green because we're friends. But, like, yeah, I'm just not so sure about that. Red says, one help against Purple and Yellow. Gray says yes. Green says yes. Teal has not accepted. And makes sense from Red's perspective. Red says, ally me and I'll kill. And Green's going to go to Yellow and say, betray Purple or we will have to fight. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. So Yellow was early friends with Purple and early friends with Green, okay? So, you know, even though I didn't like certain aspects of how Yellow would, like, not team with certain people, that's always been the case. And now, as the king is ejected from the castle, now Yellow is kind of being given demands from his other, you know, team member. And the king is right there. That's not Yellow's castle, so he won't get attack notifications for it. He probably won't notice. Purple is here to defend the castle. And oh my God, if this king dies, Purple's screwed. There's Kameyooks now. There's the king. And wait, now Purple... Wait, Yellow turned on Purple. Yellow turned on Purple because that's what his team wanted him to do. And now Purple gets the kill. Okay. So the king's going to explode. Yellow's out of the game. Purple's going to lose most, if not all, of his base. The king will actually survive. But that hurts for Purple. You know, and Purple said I should have known, like, basically implying I shouldn't have trusted Yellow. I think Yellow just kind of felt like he had to choose the winning side. Unfortunately, Yellow forgot that Purple had the king. So, you know, that's the main concern. Now it seems like this is going to be 4 players against 1. Red is going to be coming back in again. Again, Red has always had trade. Even though red hasn't had support, the trade's been there. And I think purple's going to be the next to go down. Purple is no support. Unless, like, red and purple want to form an alliance now. But purple just lost so much of the base to the explosion and is going to struggle. So you can only Diplo your way out of this one if you're purple. We'll see what purple is going to do. Here's the stockpiles again. Like, red's got crazy resources. Red has 53 trades. Has continued to trade this whole time with orange, who they killed, but they never took out the trade. And green says, I have trebs coming. Here comes red. Red coming in for the snipe, trying to use these Revamshas for purple's king. I think it's pretty unlikely this king goes down here. These units aren't good enough against buildings. There's a lot of halbs here. Oh, we've got a pretty tight squad in the west. We've got gray, we've got green, we've got teal. All together there. Red's kind of on their own in the north. And gray couldn't do the heart, mistyped it a bunch of times and said, mistyped, sorry, it was a smile. Oh, it was a smile, okay. Yeah, purple survives that. Now, purple's resources, honestly, good enough to hold, especially with the Goths. If the trade is still running, that's a big deal. The lack of villagers is an issue, but seems to be looking at that, sorting that out right now. Red, are you happy for me to send carts to you? Purple has spoiled my route. I love the way green speaks. Yeah, that's a big deal. Anyone who is trading to purple, which would have been teal and also green, lost most of their trade. And so they need to trade now towards red. Like, red is back in it, baby. Red is actually back in this. Red is needed now. Red's actually obviously extremely skilled. Red is asking for an alliance with Chill Out, and Chill Out says, why? You tried to kill me. Well, red just says that's in the past. Well, Chill Out Squad, in all fairness, you tried to kill green, and green allied you. So, if we're looking at it that way, you should maybe change your thinking, because you should have been killed off by green, or at least one of you should be dead. Now Chill Out Squad says, do you want to take out green? And says this to red. Chill Out Squad. Oh my god, and now red says deal, I'll help. Dude, that is an amazing deal for red. Of course red is going to say yes to that. So Chill Out Squad was like, why should I be friends with you? And immediately warmed up to the idea and is thinking about killing green. Wow. Okay, king on the move. King on the move for purple. The longbows aren't within range. The Kameyuks are here. Where will purple die? We know purple's going to die. Chill Out Squad says peace for now. I mean, if purple can somehow make it to red's base with this king and explode there, it changes the game, because I think red's about to be one of the favorites here. Oriko says, I don't know why I allied with Gold Roger on this one. Smiley face. Must be awkward to be yellow right now. If yellow's watching. Oriko says, the West team looks promising. Ah ha 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 ha. Barry Taste Tester says, never trust him 11. He is famous at our ELO anyways. I think they were worried about yellow because maybe of the ELO and the bracket he played in the community tournament. Red just researched treason. If red could see that king moving, because red is allied with everybody, I think gray sees it too. It's kind of hard to miss it, honestly. And there it is. Purple's on the move. Gray's telling everyone to run. Green is screaming. Gray has not killed it yet, which is allowing it to get closer to everyone's base. And the king dies. And Gray says he is yours and donates the kill to red. Obviously no money gifted, like red just had rumble here, but red maybe deserved that. Gray just casually trying to stroll out of here with petards. Like he wasn't planning something awfully suspicious there. And this will hurt Chill Out Squad. It doesn't lose all the Kameyuks, though. Massive explosion. And now this is Red's game to maybe take. Gray is reboomed, but like Red and Gray are the two strongest. Orange Mama says teal and green. Raven is the strongest of us. We can't let them live till the end. Yeah, but Gray is like in their corner now. It is true. Like Raven is the strongest player in the game based on elo. But green offered support. Teal offered support, and they kept Gray in this game. Gray says, I was running from below. I think meaning he was running from the explosion that happened. And Red says, oh, my bad. Okay, so Gray tried to say that this army moving forward was a friendly army that was running from the explosion. I don't know if I believe that one, dude. What I think actually happened is you were going to lose the fight, and you realized you were going to lose the fight. And you didn't want to lose the fight, so you made up an excuse. What, are these forward buildings just running from the explosion too? What is this? Oh, just avoiding the explosion, guys. Berry taste tester, my favorite. Says, chill out, Raven. Red sided with orange at the start. We pick up the fight again, question mark, and then doesn't even wait for an answer. Just says in all caps, it says, ride now. We ride. Technically, there's very little riding because we have foot archers, we have infantry, but, Gray does have a couple light cap. So there is going to be some riding. Gray explaining the situation just says, my friends told me you are bad. My friends told me you are bad. That is a very childish explanation, but I appreciate it. Red says fair. I'm just scared of you. And it all makes sense. I mean, Red was enemy number, maybe not enemy number 1 at any point, but it was enemy number 2 at one point, backing up orange, so. And green says, Gray, please don't snipe me. I've been keeping my eye on that. Because, like, they're so close to each other over here. And Gray says, not you. Interesting. Okay. Well, I think if Gray has any honor, Gray will support green. Because there was a point where green had a choice. Gray was very weak, and green chose to back up Gray and keep Gray in the game. Green flirted with the idea of turning there, but never did it. A chill out squad needs to turn on red. Kind of forgot that. And still forgot it. But it'll happen eventually. Maybe Chill Out Squad didn't realize. That's a lot of longbows. There we go. And Chill Out Squad realizes. Holy, this is a battle and a half. I think if the Kameyooks were in front, this would be way better. Because there's no support. There's no meat shield for the longbows. But it is still a sizable force of Kameyooks. And Kameyooks feel like the key here, dude. Kameyooks melt these things. Oh my god. Look at them go. Green being the true team player says, refresh lumber camps if you haven't already. Don't forget horse collar. Helping the team. Eco upgrade check. Blacksmith upgrade check. Let's go squad. And red probably felt like there was maybe a chance. And, well, I don't know how positive red is going to be feeling after that. There is a lack of gray army here. I knew it was awfully silent. We have 9 petards from gray. Making a move. Now, teal has all of these castles garrisoned, so it's kind of hard to know which one has the king. Unless you witnessed it. This is definitely a snipe attempt, right? Now, green's king location is actually way more obvious. But gray did just say that they wouldn't snipe green. Now, does he know? Raven says to green, in which one? I don't think green is aware that gray wants to snipe teal yet. I'm not sure green would like that. I think green likes Chill Out Squad. He doesn't know which one it is, but that's actually the one. He guessed correctly. Meanwhile, red is fighting back because gray isn't supporting. And this gives time for Chill Out Squad to potentially realize this. Red says, I have 40k gold. I can go on all day. And meanwhile, red has 1,000 gold in the bank. So red is just basically bluffing at this point. And gray says, I can do this all day. I have a team. Yeah, a team you're about to backstab, bro. That's a great line. But it doesn't seem like your team's going to be as big if you're going to try and snipe somebody here. Green says, my baby has gone to sleep. Shout out to my beautiful wife. I can do this all night. 11. Okay. Well, Chill Out Squad, it's your turn to say something about how you can do this all night. Palmat's still actually here, says very good wife. Palmat's been dead for over an hour. Just that's the moment that Palmat decides to chime in. Red says, Barry, just to you, any chance at a snipe? I'm saying this to Green. Green says, I for sure do not have the skills required to snipe anybody, Red. I'm sorry, it may be a wood game. Where's Gray's army now? Where'd the petards go? Did I miss them? Anyone see? It's kind of hard to find them. I don't know where they are. He's going to red with the petards? Oh. Wow, they made it all the way up there. Huh. That's pretty crazy. I mean, you're not going to be able to petard down red because red's an enemy to you. It's not going to happen. What red is saying is correct. He says, everyone is so busy with me, so you could petard someone. I see your kings are all close. Like, what red is doing is really smart. Trying to get the others to turn on each other. He's strong enough where he's able to hold 1v3. And Green says, did my docs die with Purple's king? Oh no, the berry catchers of the sea. Dude. Green, you're special, okay? You are a unique individual. Berry catchers of the sea. Everyone knows that fish are the berries of the ocean, guys. It makes sense. So many elephants. Red doesn't have 40k gold, but red sure seems like it. And red's had to spend a lot of gold. Red does still have 87 gold workers. And oh, by the way, gray. Looking around. Wait a second. Is gray trying to dodge the castle fire? And is gray on a scouting mission right now to find that king? That's pretty epic. But it would have to be this castle, which he actually does have vision on. Gray, you could research treason and just spend gold to find out the king location. Just like red just did. Green says, I hope we have some berry fans in the chat. Well, they might not be fans of berries, but they're definitely a fan of you, Green. It says, if you're around 1200 team game elo, keep an eye out for us. And trying to form a squad. And trying to make some more friends. Nice little coordinated effort here from Green and Teal again. Again, Teal tried to make a move and kill Berry Taste Tester at one point. And they've been friends ever since. Here comes Gray. This is crazy. Gray is distracting the castle fire. Don't tell me this is actually going to work. With 2 light cav. The petard's got to make it in close. And it fails. Super close. Would have been an epic snipe to use Japanese light cav of all things to kill a king there. Red didn't realize it happened. But 2 or 3 more petards needed to hit there. And so red survives. Will Teal and Green backstab each other? Will Gray backstab each other? They're all in the same corner. And they're losing their trade to red. Red is a god. Guys, I think red might win this 1v3 if the others don't have trade. Remember, the core reason that Red survived in this game was because that they never killed Red's trade route. And not only that, but Red really focused heavily on trading as well after trade went down. Red's still producing trade cards, up to 97 trade workers. It's 24 for green, now 23. It's 3 for Chill Out Squad. It's 10 for gray, but I mean, there's elephants in their trade. Any trade they do have will be going down. Red's king is going to relocate to the very north now because gray was making moves, which has been spotted. And green says, chill out. Can I just say, I love your work. So, a big fan of chill out here. Little raid here from the Shravamshas. And I think the team of 3 are going to get increasingly frustrated. But hold on. Red, your position's insane. Are you really going to do this right now? Might still feel like it's not winnable because of, you know, being 1v3 and losing ground, which is completely fair. May try and get a snipe. Now, what you'd want is you'd want the Shravamshas to soak up the castle fire so you could actually get in close. There goes that king. This seems like a suicide attempt from Red right after he devastated their trade. This king's going to die to the castle. And there it goes. So, this is a moment of panic for everybody. Everyone's going to be like, huh? Because they didn't exactly penetrate his base. They should be looking around for where their kings are and seeing if they're close. Now, I'm a little concerned for Chill Out Squad, but his king is still pretty far away from this explosion. Chill Out Squad will be affected by this the most. But Red resigned. Now, honestly, I think Red maybe didn't want to drag it on, but I think there's a lot of reason for Red to continue to play this one. But when you look into this army and you can't stop it, I can understand why you resign. And okay, guys, this is rare that this happens. Usually when games end, players are in separate corners. These 3 that are remaining, they are all next to each other now. If one person dies, they all die. Red obviously did a number on their trade. GG, Red. You played really well. Yeah, Red resigned with 20k gold. Green's got 11k. And then the others have less than 1,000. Can Barry Taste Tester win this game? You know, I saw the messages. It was a little too happy at times. It was a little like, okay, this guy's having a lot of fun. This guy's not a tryhard. This guy can't win, you know? Been cheerful. Been forgiving. All of these things. I think Teal just realized. It says almost Red, almost. I think Chill Out Squad just realized kind of what happened. I assume everyone's realized now. Like, Gray has definitely realized that Red is dead. I don't know if Barry Taste Tester did. Gray is now going to leave with the king as well. That's smart. If you're going to attack somebody, you can't have your king in their base. And Green says, my troops head home. Gray is going to try and run. We all seem to be converging on the corner. Yes. I'm curious to see how this goes. Barry Taste Tester says, I do not move with aggression. Ready. I am a berry sandwich. Is this true? He is sandwiched between... he is sandwiched between 2 other people. And Gray says, I just want to chill for a moment. Yeah, I mean, I get it. That basically means you need to, you know, prepare yourself for this. Get trade running again somewhere, maybe. Like, Gray, being the more experienced player, realizes the benefit of that. And Green says, let's all take a moment to ripen. Hi, Mom. And Gray just tried to make a move, or was thinking about making a move on Chill Out Squad, and so Chill Out Squad doesn't trust him. So, it was a good move from Gray to try and get these people to chill, especially because Teal is, you know, named Chill Out Squad. But Gray's top scorer, and Gray was always going to be a massive threat to these players. And Teal seems to have a lot of respect for Green, and is moving alone against Gray right now. And I just don't know what Gray really has to work with. There's not a lot of gold. And Chill Out Squad might not have a lot of gold, but Chill Out Squad's got crazy army. Like, Kameyuk Seadram is wild. And what's great for green is taking no damage. So green's not involved in this attack at all. Green just gets to sit back and relax. Now, gray could get teal to kill all of his own onagers. Oh, no. Oh, no. I guess they're going to go down anyways because the Kamiyuks are out of position. And, you know, gray has a bunch of production buildings in the north still from attacking red earlier. The Kamiyuks are still down here. And so at least most of that siege is going to go down. Does look like teal just noticed, though. So the Kamiyuks should be able to save what's left. Green is just watching all this and says, ah, my two friends are fighting. I feel like a child of divorce. Oh, man. Oh, man. Grace is lol. I didn't want to. That's true. Gray didn't want to, but teal didn't have a lot of reason to trust Gray. So he was the one that turned back on me. Green just screams, "Don't make me choose." Oh my goodness. Green is just having fun. Green is just having fun. Now, guys, based on what has happened in this game, there was only one player that made an attempt on Green's life. By the way, these skirmishers aren't elite skirmishers yet. So I'm going to assume Chill Out Squad won his community tournament with knights and or eagles or infantry. Just not skirmishers. But yeah, like, Green was attacked by teal, and teal could have, maybe even should have killed him. Green immediately asked for forgiveness earlier. But, like, still, if I do have to choose here, and I'm in Green's position, I'm going to choose to kill the person that tried to kill me earlier. Maybe I'm crazy for seeing it that way, but I just feel like that's the most logical move. Now, also, teal is perhaps the most dangerous. So, I don't know if Barry Taste Tester is going to want to go up against teal because teal's got so much army and so many castles. Is 120 longbowmen, but that's 53 Kamiyuks and 63 feudal age skirmishers. If those are elite skirm, I would worry a lot more for green. Honestly, even without elite skirm, that's still a lot of skirms. And they're all like, if teal would have turned first, by the time green realizes, green loses half that army. Gray, massing a force. Remember, gray is actually trading down here to green. And green is now going to chat to us. Well, technically to chat. So I guess this isn't to me. This is for you, but I'll read it. It says, chat, I am not typing to anyone. What the hell is someone supposed to do in a situation like this? I just wanted to taste everyone's berry. Okay, come on. Come on. Don't make me say that. And all bar gold Rogers I did. This wasn't meant to go this long. Dadgum. Okay. Well, you know, Green, your friends or your parents or whoever is still fighting here. And Chill Out Squad is asking if he's hiding as king. And he says, no, but let me check. He hasn't without my permission. I will check all castles and TCs. Teal is running. This is smart. Salutes for Chill Out Squad. Because this is smart thinking, similar to Gray. You got to get out of here and build up a base elsewhere. And this will help you survive the situation you're about to encounter. And Barry Taste Tester says, the only thing in my castles are my longbows and my king. Okay? Meanwhile, they're all just like fighting as Green's got 130 units just sitting around, just spectators. And Green's going to try and play both sides. Green just can't bear to turn on anybody here. Look at these longbows watch the fight. Look at them turn their heads with interest. What? That's crazy. Why are they turning their heads like that? They're actual spectators. Watch some skirms die. Watch some light cav die. Watch some skirms die. Watch some light cav die. I do not fully understand what causes the units to turn like that. And Green says, Papa, Mama, why? I just got to point out that Green is apparently married with a child. And is... I'm not judging because I do some pretty childish things every day on this channel. But, it does paint an image. And you've now got someone talking about eating people's berries and berry jokes, named Berry Taste Tester, and then saying, Papa, Mama, why? Gray said, it's a parent fight, don't disturb. Okay, I missed that. Okay. That's funny. Raven says she doesn't love me anymore. What can I do? Oh, man. Well, I think we should point out that, like, if you don't choose a side here, it can only be cute and fun for so long, right? At the end of the day, this is a war game. And somebody is going to get annoyed. To me, it kind of seems like Chill Out Squad has an issue with the fact that Green isn't helping. Because Chill Out Squad asked and said, like, are you saving Gray? Do you have his king? And Green's like, no. Listen, if you're in the midst of battle and someone just making little jokes here or there, eventually it just wears down on you. And Berry Taste Tester is saying the only castle with a flag is in the north. Now, this is good information for Gray. Gray doesn't know about much of that, but could look up there and see that. And now, guys, Chill Out Squad is going to go to Gray and say he's waiting for us to kill Bleep and then turn. I think it doesn't let you say kill ourselves. I don't know. Chill Out Squad might actually propose to Gray that they kill Green. Kill each other. Yeah, either one. Gray was going to make a move with Trebs. Sneakily, that got found. It's going to be so tough for Gray. Like, he's massing Trebs here. And then Gray's going to have to get to the north. It's going to take a while to get there. Yeah, Green is doing that too. Green is now telling Teal where Gray's king is and saying it's going to be in the tower, which is not anything that Teal sees. So, yeah, Green is just passing information along to everybody else on how to kill the other. Crazy army count for Teal. Teal's got the better army at this point. But I don't know as if it's going to be better gold count because Gray is actually trading. Some of that trade might get disrupted, but I think if Gray's trade continues to run, I favor Gray's chances against Teal more and more. T90, why is no one researching treason? Well, they have no gold, right? In the past, I was critical. They have no gold. Like, Raven can't justify spending over half his gold on treason right now. And he actually also sees this. And Green says, I am so confused. Green is just having fun. But Green... It's pretty clear. Mom and Dad are fighting. And, they're probably not getting back together for the kids. As sad as it is. Gray's going to make a move. Gray's going to mass military units here and send those Trebs in for that king. And I don't know if Teal is prepared to defend that. Teal, looking around, trying to get kills. And Teal has gotten close to the tower. And Gray saw this. So Gray's now running with the king. Now, you got to be careful. Gray was enemy with a lot of people, so he's running into the darkness here. There could be units. There could be castles out there, too. There's also a monk with a relic, which is kind of nice. So it feels like Gray is kind of on the clock. I don't know if Teal knows that king is out there, though. There's no way that he would know that, but there we go. Look at the king. Very courteous king. Decides to walk with the monk and escort the monk to their destination. You could ask the monk to go in front, but no. The king must escort the monk. And you get that relic somewhere. Dude, Gray, you're wandering into the complete darkness here. There could be castles. There could be random units from, I don't know, Orange? Also, just dawned on me that Orange Mamba was not orange in this game. Orange Mamba's in my chat says, sorry I threw at the end. My low elo brain didn't realize my position. No. It's all good. You played really well. You played amazing. Don't get all upset about it. It's all good. You also... Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Were they allied? What's happening? What's happening? I'm so stressed! I thought they were enemied, but the units might have been on stand grounds. Holy crap. Okay, there we go. Treason being researched by Green, who's allied with everybody, so it does nothing. People are seeing ads on Twitch. I'm sorry, guys. It happens. And hopefully they end soon. Hopefully they end soon, because Teal could end soon and all the timing. The timing. No. And Teal goes down. Chill Out Squad gets sniped. What a play from Gray. Treb that down while also running away with this king. 6 stuff. And Green says, good luck, have fun. Gray says, Papa 1. Well, Gray was the highest ranked player in this game. And now it's a 1v1. The main thing that changes here, though, is all that trade we talked about for Gray goes down. Chill Out Squad played well. Salutes in chat, please. Chill Out Squad played really well. I think, like, Chill Out Squad probably has the right to be annoyed that Green never supported in the last 20 minutes, right? However, Chill Out Squad did try and kill Green at one point, so maybe they can call it even. Anyways, Green said good luck after Teal got sniped. If you missed it, sorry guys. They run a freaking minute per hour, and it just happened to run here because these games go on forever. So the Trebs took out the castle, and then the king got sniped by Lightcav here. That's basically, you can still see the body of the king. I think that's his shoe. I think that might be his ear, and that might be a piece of his shirt. Anyways, Green advances. Well, not really like making heavy advancement there, but here. Also, I know not everyone can justify, but it is September here on Twitch. New subscriptions are discounted. And you can subscribe for free with Twitch Prime. I get it. It's not fun that they run, but it is the way you avoid it, and you also get the emotes and everything, so. Oh, man. I mean, we got the skill. So we've got Gray against the bank and the berries. I say bank for resources. Berries should be obvious. Who wins? The higher ranked player or the extra resources that Green has? Because Green was working with a lot more gold. 6k gold in the bank against 3. A lot of the longbows go down. Champions are now getting mixed in. Champions should help a lot against the skirms. You need to have those champions now. And fight continues in the sellout. Kind of working here. Palmat, thanks for the gifted subs. Thank you, Rasian, as well, for the 5 gifted. Welcome. Also, thank you for the primes. Tunnel Vision. Thank you, Moist Onions. Thank you for the prime. Welcome. Mipe, Tosh, welcome. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for the support, everybody. That's a lot of skirms. Like, yes, skirms only do 1 damage a hit, but when you have 90 of them, you're killing a 70 HP champion rather quickly. Especially if you've got the Lycav in support. I don't know. It feels like Green could go on for a while with the spam. But so could Gray, and multiple times Gray's been killed off, and Gray's always producing more vills and trying to get a reboot going. Look, you could tell, like, refreshing lumber camps, probably will build a monastery to get that relic. Hasn't forgotten about the eco. I'm trying to see how Gray is trading right now. Because it says Gray still has trade. Oh, well, okay, well, there's the trade. All the trade is getting sniped. So it'll be nothing on gold. It's such a shame. There's 162 gold there. Red's trade carts are still trading, and Red has brought in... Red is up to 80k gold now. I gotta see if Capture Age can remove the resource stats from players who are dead. I think that would be helpful. Because, like, here it's really annoying that it's not showing the players who are relevant. Oh, man, Green has made progress. Lost the longbows before, but longbow champion is going to wipe everything Gray has here. There's also Trebs as well, taking out the buildings. And oh my god, Berry Taste Tester! Berry Taste Tester! There has been a sneaky move here from Gray on the left-hand side. We've got Trebs on the hill, and Gray with Japanese Lycav is going to try it again. And I don't know if green noticed this. You see the kings running that way, but that was just the rally point for the trebs. And the berry's going to get squished and goes down. What a snipe from Gray. That was sick. The last two snipes, you saw the quality. The move on Teal, where Teal was shocked. Well, maybe not shocked. It wasn't a shock at that point, but Teal was sniped by Lycav of all things. And then that move right there, Gray was losing his main base. This was looking horrible for him. Green was probably like, we're doing it. We're making progress. Just didn't expect a little sneaky move. And that was the best player in all of the in the community tournament as well. So, you know, at one point, everyone wanted to team up on him, and he persevered. Let's not forget, Gray killed 4 people in this game. Gray killed orange. Gray killed green. Gray killed teal, and Gray killed blue. So just played an amazing game here. And the most impressive thing really is how his main base just got wiped multiple times. Now, I kind of want to go back here. I just want to see where this came from. Holy crap. Were these the same trebs he used for the other snipe? Hold on. Let's go all the way back to when Teal dies. Okay, so Teal, the castle goes down. The king gets sniped. Let's see if I select these trebs. We go forward. Yeah, 2 of them died. These 2 trebs are still moving. Follow isn't working. But yeah, there they are. There they are. They just kept moving. He rolled them all the way across the map, through the open wall, into the corner. And then he had to get units here. He's like almost lost one of those trebs to a skirmisher as well. Gets the trebs here. The Lycav, they were massed in the back. They looped all the way around, ran along the edge of the map, and eventually meet up and eventually get the king snipe there. That's sick. That's a really sick snipe. I will say, Gray, also a really good color to have in these games. One person has to be Gray. If you have the sneakiest player playing as Gray, really hard to see that. Well played to Raven. And yeah, thanks again to everyone here who played in the community tournament, of course. The start to this game was a bit rough because I didn't really understand exactly what was happening. The diplomacy was tough for me to pick up on. But then it started to fall together. I started to realize people's angles. Even if initially I was confused, I realized, like with yellow was pretty clearly with purple, pretty clearly with green as well. There was an interesting alliance across the borders there. And we got the KD here for us. Red played an amazing game. Red kind of felt bad, it seems, in chat for resigning. Red, you were against like 3 people, and no one was allying you, so I wouldn't feel too bad. Barry Taste Tester, of course, was fun. Everyone played a great game in this one. I think what the players who died early would have wanted is support from yellow. So they probably wanted that 4th player to fight with them. Yellow didn't want to take any risks and eventually paid the price, right? Because orange made yellow pay the price. Said, you're not going to help me. I'm going to die in your base there. Yeah, well played, everybody. And fun game. Also, I wanted to see how much gold was left on this map, which I never talked about. Wow, there's only 216 gold remaining on the map. And I think we're looking at it. It's actually on screen. That's crazy. I think there was well over 100K at the start. Obviously, trade's important. But, like, the fact that it started with... Come on, capture it! The fact that it started with 160,000 and then went down to 216 is pretty crazy. Whew, sorry, ran out of breath. Okay.